Hi, my name is Safuan Aqil and I want to introduce about our assignment. Financial statements are essential since they correctly represent a company business performance and financial status. The financial statement of a business contains financial data that investors, creditors, and analysts may use to assess the firm's financial performance. A large portion of the data in financial report is mandated by law or accounting rules. Providing accurate information to management allows them to develop suitable company rules and make good decisions. Management can communicate with interested outside parties such as investors, the news media, and industry experts about the company's success by issuing the financial statement. Financial statements are written documents that describe a company's operation and financial performance. Government authorities, accountants, business, and others frequently audit financial accounts to guarantee accuracy and for tax financing, investment, and purpose. Financial statements include balance sheet, income statement, and cash flow statement.
Established in 1983 in Kuala Lumpur, Bank Islam Malaysia Berhad is the first Islamic bank established in Malaysia and Southeast Asia. The bank offers end-to-end Sharia-compliant banking and financial solutions that are designed and delivered in accordance with the fast-changing market trends and evolving customers. It is committed to long-term leadership as a responsible financial institution that upholds the principle of sustainability in every aspect of its operation.
Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is SYAZMIN binti SAAD from DBFIA. Today I want to present about the introduction of Maybank. Maybank was founded in 1960 and is now the largest company in Malaysia by market capitalization on the Malaysian Bursa. Then Maybank provide investment and commercial banking and financial services. Maybank ranked first among list Malaysian companies and among of the top 500 companies in the Forbes Global in 2000 leading companies of the world. Then it operates through the following business segment in the community financial services, global wholesale banking, insurance, takaful, and asset management, and international banking. Then the total assets of the bank is 856,859,51400 billion, and the net financing for this year is 203,666,87500 billion. Then the deposit for the bank is 37,878,866,000 billion, while profit before zakat is 151,919,000 billion. Thank you.
So the next one, I, BATRISYIA binti SYAZALY from class DBL5A, will present about the background for National Bank of Bahrain. So National Bank of Bahrain, or we call it NBB, was established in 1957 as the Bahrain first locally owned bank. Besides that, NBB primary business is to provide retail and wholesale commercial banking service, as well as treasury and investment service, and also investment advisory service. Other than that, the group total asset increased by 6.7% from 11.5 billion USD to 12.3 billion USD on 31st of December 2020. This is because of the higher placement and continuous strong demand for NBB loan product. In addition, the net loan and advance also have been increased from 3.2 billion USD in 2019 to 5.7 billion USD in 2020. Furthermore, the Bahrain Zakat System website contains the fewest published studies and information. This is because in Bahrain, the Ministry of Justice and Islamic Affairs (MJIA) is in charge of the Zakat administration. However, because total collection data and Ministry of Finance report are not published on the MJIA website, the annual report on NBB does not include zakat. So that's all from me, BATRISYIA binti SYAZALY from class DBL5A. Thank you. So the next one, I, Syazmin Patricia binti SYAZALY from class DBF 5A, will identify Sharia compliance alternative to conventional financial instruments of the bank. So the first one, we have savings or currency account. So savings or currency account is the term that we use in conventional, but for Sharia compliance we will call it deposit, and the alternative contract is wadi'ah. So how contract wadi'ah works? Okay, for example, I put my money into Bank Islam. So Bank Islam can use my money to run their business or to give financing to other peoples. So when I need my money back, for example, I want to withdraw my money, so Bank Islam have to return the money into my account so that I can withdraw it. Okay, the next one, we have fixed deposit. So fixed deposit is the term that we use for conventional, but for Sharia compliance, we will call it term deposit. And the alternative contract is mudarabah. So how contract mudarabah works? Okay, for example, my mom give money to me for me to run my business. So my mom is the capital provider, or we call it Rabbul Mal, and I as the entrepreneur or the mudarib. So in terms of profit, I and my mom will share the profit into the ratio that we have been agreed. For example, like my mom will get 60 and I will get 40. But in terms of losses, my mom only will suffer the losses because my mom is the capital provider. And I as the entrepreneur will bear the losses in terms of time and effort that I put into the project. Okay, the third one, we have property financing. So property financing is the term that we use for conventional. But in Sharia compliance, we also call it property financing. And the alternative contract in this property financing, we have three. So the first one is musyarakah mutanakisa, or diminishing musyarakah. And the second one is ijara mutahiyah bin tamlik, or IMBT. And the third one is istisna. Okay, we will go through one by one. Okay, the first one, musyarakah mutanakisa, or diminishing musyarakah. Okay, for example, I want to buy a house which is still under construction. And at first, the house is fully owned by the bank. But when I pay the monthly payment, so the house will be transferred to me when I already finish paying the house at the end of the maturity period. Okay, the second one, we have Ijara Mutahiyah bin Tamlik, or IMBT. Okay, for example, I bought a house from Bank Rakyat in form of leasing through monthly installment payment. So at first, the house is fully owned by the bank. So when I pay the monthly payment installment, the ownership of the house will be transferred to me in form of wa'ad contract, which is the bank promise to transfer the ownership to me at the end of the tenure. Okay, the third one we have is istisna. So the example for istisna like this. I want to purchase a kitchen cabinet. So I go to the kitchen cabinet store and then I choose the design and the color that I like. But the item is pre-order. So I have several payments that I can make. For example, the first one I can pay in advance, or the second one I can pay by installment, and the third one is deferred in payment to a future date. Okay, the last one we have letter of credit. So letter of credit is the term that we use in conventional, but in Sharia compliance we also call it as letter of credit. So the alternative contract is wakala bil ujra. So I will give you the example. Okay, I have a small business which I sell makeup products that is not in Malaysia. So I want to purchase a makeup product from US that worth about 50,000 USD. So I appoint Bank Rakyat as my agent to deal with Citibank in US by issuing letter of credit for me. and I will place a term deposit of 50,000 USD or 209,500 with Bank Rakyat, because I don't trust the seller whether the seller will ship the product to me. And the seller also did not trust me whether I can pay to them or not. So Bank Rakyat will issue letter of credit to Citibank on behalf of the seller in US. So once I receive confirmation from Bank Rakyat that the payment is in order, so the seller will ship my order. So in this contract, we call it as Wakalah Bil Ujrah because Bank Rakyat as my agent, and I pay fee to Bank Rakyat, which is the Ujrah, for the service that Bank Rakyat have give to me. So that's all from me, Syazmin BATRISYIA binti SYAZALY from class DBF 5A. Thank you.
And now I want to explain about difference of component in statement of financial position. Firstly, asset. In Bank Islam, they have cash and short-term funds. In Maybank also have cash and short-term funds. Meanwhile, in National Bank of Bahrain, they have cash and balance at central bank. And the justification is Bank Islam and Maybank have cash short-term fund, while National Bank of Bahrain use a different term called cash and balance at central bank. Secondly is Bank Islam, they have property and equipment. In Maybank, they have property, plant and equipment, and National Bank of Bahrain have property and equipment. And the justification is Bank Islam, Maybank, and National Bank of Bahrain have property and equipment. Thank you.
The difference of statement of financial position for equity is share capital is Bank Islam, Maybank, and NBB have a share capital, but for the general reserve for the each bank is Bank Islam, Maybank, and NBB bank have reserve. Thank you.
For the liabilities, Bank Islam and NBB use the same term, that is treasury bills, because they follow the Islamic Sharia compliance, while Maybank use conventional term, which is Malaysian government's treasury bills. The second one is, in Bank Islam and Maybank, they have recourse obligation on loans and financing sold to Cagamas, but NBB did not have it because Cagamas is a company where Malaysians can buy their properties. So, because of that, this Cagamas company did not exist in Bahrain country.
For the difference of statement of comprehensive income, first is profit of the year for each bank is Islamic Bank has the largest profit than by Maybank and NBB Bank because many people are investing for their money to the banks.
So, the conclusion that we can make from this assignment is we can see how different the banks operate in their day-to-day operations and the item that they handle. From local banks like Maybank and Bank Islam to foreign banks like Bahrain banks, there are many differences that we noted while working on this assignment. Maybank and Bank Islam are more involved in the regional market and pay more attention to their subsidiaries and associates, as well as perform zakat payments, whereas the Bank of Bahrain does not, as we have seen. Furthermore, the differences between these banks are much greater than when it comes to items in their assets and liabilities, with Maybank and Bank Islam having more assets, liabilities, and equity, and Bank of Bahrain having slightly less of those described. Besides that, the equities from these three different banks also differ in that Maybank and Bank Islam only have 2 or 3 items on their equity list, whereas Bahrain Bank has a much larger list of equities. Bahrain Bank places a great emphasis on the foundation for their daily operations, and Maybank and Bank Islam are focusing more on their subordinates and associates in order to strengthen their bonds with one another. Other than that, based on the Sochi, it can be said that Maybank has the most profitable bank among these three, and it also has equity holdings in such a way that proven Maybank is one of the most powerhouse in the banking institution. But to be more discreet, it can be said that Bank Islam had a more meticulous way or method between their system and had a more intricate design to its casing. So, thank you very much.